What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome on back to Mass Effect 3. So, last episode, we hit Grissom Academy. We managed to save everybody and got Jack back on deck. She's safely with the Alliance now, helping with the war effort. So, we do have some messages on our private terminal. We do got to make a run back to the Citadel, and we got some, I think, potentially some more encounters on the Citadel, depending on how the message terminal goes. But first, I figured we'd chat to everybody after that last mission. I'm sure they got some commentary.
So Jack's an instructor? I guess anyone who messes with biotic kids gets turned into a small stain on the floor and ceiling.
Most likely.
When that was Cerberus attacking the academy. Man, that must have been like Christmas for her. Anyway, nice
Christmas, Easter, birthday.
They were throwing out some impressive biotic power.
Good. We could use some heavy hitters in the biotics department.
Yes, we could.
Too. Biotics face a lot of discrimination. Maybe if they save the galaxy, people will get over their issues.
I didn't expect you to be sensitive about that.
Hey, I'm just tired of them stealing the spotlight from people with actual disabilities.
That's more like it.
Too hard. Being able to move crap with your mind is not a handicap.
I mean, I can see why he'd see it that way, right?
Commander?
Ide?
It is good to know that Jack has thus far survived the Reaper invasion.
I would agree.
I have amusing memories of her attempts to insert additions into my reports to the Elusive Man. Most of them centered around inappropriate uses of the word cockpit. Hello, Shepard.
Okay, let's go check out private terminal and see what we actually have to deal with, and then I guess we'll go down and speak to Javik too, and everybody else. If it gives us an option, I'll take Javik to the Citadel too as soon as we can. He said he'd never got a chance to see it in his time, so... Forward, thank you, from Stephen Hackett, from Kaylee Sanders. Okay, hi Commander. I didn't have time to thank you properly after you got us out of the Academy, and Admiral Hackett agreed to send this your way. While my students are out on duty, I'm doing what I can to help with the Crucible. It's an amazing project, more advanced than anything I've ever seen before. Some of my more tech-minded kids are staying back to help out too, and watching them work, it's the future, Commander. This project will inform human progress for generations, and they'll have you to thank for it. All my best, Kaylee Sanders. That's just her messaging ahead and letting us know that she's going to be helping with the Crucible project. Like David Archer, for example, I'm sure he's having a field day with that, right? The way that his mind works, there's no way that he's not going hard on that. Okay, so... I always forget, is Diana on... No, Diana's on the deck below. So here we have Liara and Garrus, and then maybe Chakwas, if Chakwas has anything to say about it. We should get some alcohol for Chakwas, to be honest. We said we'd make it a tradition.
Private messages terminal.
Do we have anything here? These are the upgrades I've gotten so far, by the way. We got 10% power recharge and 10% ammo capacity, which now we're using the Matic is actually going to be very useful.
It was odd to see an entire academy just for biotic children.
Don't Asari have biotic schools?
Every Asari school includes biotic training programs. It's basic education.
Because you're all
Still,
biotics.
those children in the academy were very impressive. I'm sure Jack's proud.
Honestly, I'm proud of her.
Perhaps we can talk later.
Okay, so we have Prothean Notes 2186 entry 2, so she's made more notes on Javik. I'm not sure what to make of Javik. I approached him while we were traveling to a different system, but he wasn't very inclined to talk. What little he does say concerns the Reapers and our possible failure. Is he simply a soldier mourning his people, or is it a fundamental difference in our cultures? We have a call from Kaylee Sanders to Jack here. Hey Sanders, check in on the kids. How are they, Jack? They'll do good. This gonna be long, I kinda got crap to do. I wanted to tell you, I persuaded some Alliance friends to part with that biotic amp you and the children were testing at Grissom. You can pick it up on the Citadel. Damn, one of the L3X1S? You know how much shit I could tear up with one of these installed? I had an idea. Look after yourself. Yeah, and hey, thanks. This one is from Kaylee Sanders to David. David. You won't get this for a while, unless you find an extranet connection working on Earth. I've made it out to this weapon we're building. The device isn't even halfway complete, and it's the most breathtakingly complicated piece of technology I've ever seen. I wish you could see this thing we're creating. It gives me hope. Take care, for my sake. Yeah, there's definitely more than friendship going on between Anderson and Kaylee. Which is nice, I'm glad he has somebody, right? Even if they didn't work out and they still just care about each other. The fact that she told him to pull his ass out of the fire and stay alive, it's going to help him stay motivated.
One of the worst parts of this war is watching the kids react. If they're lucky, they grow up thinking the galaxy is basically a decent place. Some rough spots here and there, but for the most part, life makes sense. Now they find out it was all a lie. They wake up to see these things in the dark that just want to destroy everyone they ever cared about. If they survive, there'll be a lot of angry orphans out there looking for answers.
Yeah, millions.
Life just wouldn't have been complete if I didn't see Jack one more time.
You were fun,
It's nice to
Garrus.
see she's downgraded from dangerous lunatic to mildly insane. You have to admit, though, she did see through Cerberus back in the day.
I think we all
I
did.
might have even listened, but her tattoos gave me a headache every time she walked into the room.
I don't think any of us
Looks like we
trusted
beat
Cerberus too
again.
much.
Do you think the elusive man fires lieutenants over failures like this, or just lines them up against the wall and gets it over with?
Probably the latter.
I wish they had had a Grissom Academy for Turians when I was growing up. Always wanted to learn how to paint.
You wanted to
Now
paint?
I mostly paint walls with Reaper blood. Not the same, but it's a living.
Honestly, that might be a modern art piece eventually, Garrus. Keep it up. You could be the new Da Vinci. You could say he's an artist with the sniper rifle, right? How about you, Chocos?
Just reviewing some charts.
Fair enough. Yeah, so we're definitely gonna want to chit-chat to Javik, and I guess once we wrap up the Citadel, I'll go talk to the diplomats. We won't start the next phase of that, but we will go talk to the diplomats this episode. Diana, we have yet to report on anything with you.
Now, a city of 4 million blasted from orbit. Adelaide, Australia, is no more. New footage from Earth reveals the Reaper's plans to attack large industrial centers. Which cities are next? Find out inside the battle space.
Damn, Australia has gone from Earth.
Cerberus stealthily strikes Star System Shield. No, glad I read that one out loud.
That is all S
Do
words.
we need to talk, Commander?
We don't.
Not right now, Allers.
Let me know when we do.
Yeah, it's been a while that she's been on the ship, and she hasn't asked about shit. I'm kind of curious about that. Yeah, we'll go down to engineering and we'll chat to Cortez and Vega as well before we head back to the Citadel, just in case. And Javik's not here. Subdeck stairwell. What are you doing down here? I guess he's roaming the ship. I wonder what memories you're gonna get out of here. Well, you're gonna have some big feelings from Jack.
Commander, I was exploring your ship.
I can see that.
Find anything interesting?
One of your crew lived in this space. There are traces of anger.
That was Jack. Anger was her specialty.
Traces of her pain are still present. I'm told she sought revenge against Cerberus when she was here. A goal you helped fulfill. I hope you will do the same for me. At least I have better quarters.
That's the general plan, and for what it's worth, she picked these quarters. I offered her a bedroom.
During our fight against the Reapers, we had no time for teaching the young anything but war. Only the foolish mourn the loss of innocence. It is inevitable. The galaxy has never rewarded the naive.
Yeah, Javik is straight renegade.
Commander,
And no mercy, no pity for any of that. If it was up to Javik, he would send a 10-year-old to battle if they could hold a rifle. Which I understand the perspective, and if we didn't have a choice, then maybe, right? Maybe that's what you do if you don't have a choice. But for right now, at least, we do have a choice, I think. Messing with the ship?
Everything okay with the shuttle?
Just double checking the inertia dampener coils. Can be twitchy in these UT-47s. But don't worry, this bird's been rock solid.
I always see you down here working your ass off. Ever take any downtime?
I get my sleep, Commander. Flying tired is nearly worse than flying drunk.
What about your waking hours? Any R&R?
I need to keep myself busy. Otherwise, well, too much time to think.
I appreciate your dedication, but I don't want to see you burn out.
I know my limits. I wouldn't take a chance with your life.
So before this war, you must have done something to relax.
Sure. I remember back when the Hawking was based out of Arcturus and I was just a fighter jock. There was this observation deck overlooking the main flight paths. You could watch every ship taxi in and out. When I was alone, I'd turn off the auditory emulators and just watch them drift by in silence.
You know, the reviews like that on the Citadel. Next time we're there, you should take some shore leave. Clear your head.
I don't know. Maybe.
Take shore leave.
Take some time off on the Citadel, Steve. As a favor to me.
I find it very hard to say no to you, Shepard.
As it should be.
I am the commanding officer.
Commander, I feel terrible about leaving you on Grissom Academy like that.
I did order you to leave.
Yeah, doesn't make me feel any better. I'm just glad it all worked out.
Indeed. Yeah, you can't burn the midnight oil constantly like that. If you're going to be sharp, you need to relax, you need to sleep, you need to be physically active. James definitely has that part understood.
That Jack is a mean SOB, but kind of hot. If you like that sort of thing.
I'm guessing he likes that sort of thing.
So, Anderson and Sanders. That's quite a couple. Huh. My dad's last name is Sanders. No relation. Do you hear that hum? Is that just me?
I do kind of hear the hum, James.
Do you hear that hum? Is that just me?
Yeah, I do kind of hear that. Interesting that he mentioned that. Okay, so if we go into weapon upgrades, we are packing 140k. How about we could upgrade the Matic? That's going to give us better ammo capacity and less weight. We could. It's already at 2. I don't think we're going to be getting a different weapon for a pretty long time, so let's go ahead and upgrade this a couple times. We can leave it right there for now. We'll keep bumping that up when we get the opportunity. I guess this is a pretty good chance. We won't be buying anything from this, but we can certainly check if there's any of it here. Anything that we need. So we are about to go back to the Citadel, so you can check here, and then you can just go to the store that you find what you want in, without having to spend all that extra cash. Casa, Agor, Vector Requisitions. I am kind of thinking I maybe want this for the 20 ammo and 10 weapon damage. That's pretty hefty. Zippertine Armory, Casa, Precision Scope, Thermal Scope, and then Elkos Combine would be the last one. Yeah, that's nothing we want there. Alright, now that we've chit-chatted to everybody, let's run on back to the Citadel real quick. We'll turn in those amps, and then we'll go talk to the Summit Council. See if we got any chance at all of getting these assholes on board with each other. Something tells me not really. Alrighty, here we are in the hospital to turn in those amps that we found.
I overheard you talking. Grissom Academy is gone. But I found this while I was there.
What is this? Yes, these are tailored to human physiology, but with a few alterations, they should work for the Asari as well. This is exactly what I needed. Thank you.
You are very welcome, and you can see that that all adds to the Citadel Defense Force there, so now if anything happens with the Citadel, they're going to be way more prepared to get their licks back in. Okay, so I'm at the Spectre Terminal, actually. I figured we'd check this just real quick. And we have Citadel entry authorization. Instructors at Grissom Academy have requested facilities on the Citadel to train young students who escaped the attack on the school, but who are not yet ready to join the older students in combat. Citadel authorities will find room for the students if a Spectre approves the request. Absolutely. We'll get them locked in there. That'll be more help for the barriers we need, right? That'll upgrade the Citadel Defense Force too. They'll have some people here for us. I'm still not sure if I actually want to grab this or not. The ammo capacity will be higher, and the weapon damage is about the same. But we have all the other stuff going on too with our armor sets, so I think I'm gonna hold off on buying the Defender for now. Alrighty, and here we are back on the docks. We can talk to Steve now before we head on back to the Normandy and get these diplomats. Okay. I'm sure that's not going to go good. Politicians don't have a good track record in this universe of putting their own personal differences aside for the good of the galaxy.
You finally made it off the Normandy.
Glad I did. Even with the chaos of all the refugees, seeing so many ships in flight is comforting. Gets me thinking. Hey, a Turian frigate. I think that's the PFS Havenkal.
What's one Turian warship doing at the Citadel?
Looking for dry dock, I bet. She's seen battle. Look at the waiver in her drive core emissions. Alone, limping, looking for a haven. Maybe it would have been better to just go down fighting, like their families back home.
Better to live to fight another day. Turians on that ship could potentially save hundreds of lives later down the line. And so could you. I'm not oblivious to the inflection, though.
Are you talking about the Turians or yourself?
I should have been there. With Robert.
I'm glad you weren't. You'd be dead, and we'd never have met.
Yeah. That's the one good thing from all this. I'm glad to serve with you, Shepard.
The lives of future generations rest on those Turians' shoulders. On our shoulders. Nobody is giving up. Not those Turians, not me, not you.
If anyone can pull this all together, it's you.
Is that an Alliance cruiser? What's it doing here?
That's the SSV London. Decommissioned years ago. Look, no guns. Refugees must have salvaged her from a shipyard. Geneva-class cruisers always had eezo cores like granite.
People find a way to survive.
Do whatever it takes to see another day. Gotta let go.
About the open end of it.
For real this time. The refugees here put up a memorial wall. They leave mementos of lost loved ones. I was thinking maybe...
What's stopping you?
Nothing. I mean... Let me think about it.
I mean, even if you don't get over it, it's not like you're abandoning your husband, right, by just putting him on a wall.
I needed this.
I think that's a nice touch, personally. I think they'll probably appreciate that. Memorials and things like that are a nice way to get some closure and still remember them and still feel like you're doing your part to kind of keep their memory alive. I think that's a great idea. And we've seen the memorial wall. That's in the other part of the docks where we did the quest for Jundon Bao. Alright, now before we wrap up,
Commander,
let's go put our finger on the pulse of galactic politics. I'm sure I'm not going to be too fond of the outcome of this. The Salarians are going too, right? It's not like it's just the Turians. I know the Turians are on deck. I know they'll do what it takes. And I know the Krogan will be on deck because of Grunt. Oh, not Grunt. Sorry, Rex. But Grunt too, actually. So I know the Krogan are going to be on board. And I know the Turian are on board. The wild card and the unknown here, that I have no idea whether that will work or not, that's going to be the Salarians. And I don't have great confidence in the Megamind old bug eaters to put their personal differences aside, especially not when they think they know best. They're gonna just preach to us, I'm sure, like we're the child in the room. Diplomatic ships. The diplomatic ships of the Salarians, Turians, and Krogan float far away from one another, out of weapon range. Messages sent by each faction indicate that they would welcome the Normandy as a neutral meeting ground for their diplomats. The fact that they have not agreed on a ship to serve as a neutral meeting point before now does not bode well for the negotiations. Of course not.
Commander, the Salarian Dalatras and Krogan clan chief are ready to come aboard.
Oh, good.
Have them brought to the conference room. And hope this doesn't start another war.
The Krogan is in no position to make demands.
The Krogan has a name. Urdnot Rex. And I'm not just some junkyard Varen you unleash whenever you're in trouble.
Got a
I've
point.
got my own problems. Reaper scouts have arrived on Tuchanka. So why should I care if a few Turians go extinct?
Trying to draw out negotiations will get you nowhere, Rex. I have no time for it. Just tell us what you want.
I like the way he handles himself.
I need a cure for the genophage.
Absolutely not. The genophage is non-negotiable.
The genophage is absolutely negotiable unless you'd like to die on your own in the corner of the galaxy.
Why are you so opposed to the idea, Dalatras?
Because my people uplifted the Krogan. We know them best.
You mean you used us to fight a war you couldn't win? It wasn't the Salarians, or the Asari, or even the Turians that stopped the Rachni. It was Krogan blood that turned the tide.
And after that, you ceased to be useful. The genophage was the only way to keep your urges in check.
I don't like the way you're talking to him. It's not helpful.
Rex is right. Insulting him won't change that.
God, I love Victus.
I won't apologize for speaking the truth.
She's so full
we
of shit.
uplifted the Krogan to do one thing: wage war. It's all they know because it's all we wanted them to know.
That's not all they know, and Rex is proof of that. Have you been keeping an eye on the situation on Tuchanka? How he's uniting the clans, getting rid of the old traditions.
Your people should have thought the matter through then. Was it really a surprise that Krogan revolted?
That's precisely my point, Commander. We made a rash decision. We turned to the Krogan in desperation. It's the same mistake you're about to make today.
No, it's not.
No good can come from curing the genophage.
Honestly, they deserve a cure. It's been thousands of years. The fact that they're still struggling with this is an absurdity, and we know it's possible from what Malian was doing, from what Morden said about the whole situation. We know it's possible, and we need them for the war. If that's what he wants, that's what he gets. We don't have time for all this crap.
The Krogan have paid for their mistakes. The genophage has gone on long enough.
1,476 years, if you're keeping track.
It was 1,000 years of peace, free from these brutes.
Enough! Whether or not they deserve a cure is academic. It would take years to formulate one.
My information says otherwise.
And to be honest, Rex is smart to leverage this.
Salarian scientist Malin grew a conscience. He was on my planet, testing a cure on our females.
I remember. His methods were barbaric.
But what you didn't know is that other females survived his experiments. So the Dalatress here sent in a team to clean up the whole mess, and to take them prisoner.
Wow. Salarians.
Where did you get this? It could be a fabrication.
Save the bullshit.
Don't insult me. Those are my people. They're immune to the genophage, and you're going to give them back.
Yes, you are.
Dalatrass, is this true?
How will curing the genophage benefit my people?
How long do you think you'll last alone against the Reapers? Because if you don't help, that's how it'll end up.
And I'll be the last friendly Turian you ever see.
Time to make a choice.
The females are being kept at one of our STG bases on Surkash. But I warn you, Commander, the consequences of this
will be nothing compared to what happens if the Reapers win.
Let's get the females.
You're not setting foot on Surkash. This will take time.
It happens now. As a Council Spectre, Shepard can oversee the exchange.
W Primarch Victus.
We're going.
That is why you need soldiers, not politicians, in crap situations like this.
I won't forget this, Commander. A bully has few friends when he needs them most.
And a smart-ass Salarian that lies to their most important allies doesn't have many friends either. Alright, so we're actually going to split this episode here on the squad screen before we head into Priority Surkash, because that's going to be a long one, and we do not have time for all that. So thank you for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, please check out those links in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned, and I'll see you soon with more Mass Effect 3. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Peace.